Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game developed by Rockstar Games and Rockstar North. It is a prequel to the famous Red Dead Redemption 1. The game is set in 1899 and you are a member or enforcer of the Vandalane gang struggling to escape the arms of the law. This game really makes you feel like you are in the Wild West. It's mostly set in like the East for like 60% of the game or whatever. You play as Arthur Morgan, which is the best video game protagonist ever, and John Marston, who sucks balls at swimming. So enough talking and let's get into the story gameplay. The gameplay consists of walking, running, swimming, and horse riding. The horse mechanics in this game feels really smooth and good compared to its predecessor. I mean, it's not as lightning fast as the first game, but it feels better to ride a horse in this game. There are a variety of horses that you can choose from, and my personal favorite is the donkey due to it being very fast and brave. You don't like my donkey? Then die, woman. There are also other ways to travel the map, such as stagecoaches or trains, but you will be missing out from the incredible amount of random encounters in this game.
Well, this don't look good for you.
Ugh. Please, just help me.
You will also need to feed your horse regularly to maintain its course and attribute. You can also do cool tricks with your horse as you bond with it. The fist fight system is easily my favorite out of all the games I've played. It has several combos and animations compared to GTA 5.
Oh, come on.
Bro, they fight like Fuzi too. The gunplay is also not too bad, but it's very easy considering you have a crosshair and OP Deadeye. Unfortunately, there's not much variety of weapons to choose from due to most of the different weapons are in Red Dead Online. So after a while, you'll probably be familiar with most of the weapons. You will also need to regularly clean your guns with gun oil to keep it clean, or otherwise your gun stats will drop due to the gun being dirty. The map is also really huge and it contains several towns such as Valentine, Road, Blackwater, Saint Denis, and more. Each town has different stores and shops to make each town feel more unique. But personally, I hate Saint Denis because of this. You stupid. You son of a... As you explore the map, you will find many random encounters with random people.
Lost your wind, countryman?
Huh? Yeah, I lost my bullet
Something, cowboy?
in your head. You'll also find art stuff and a couple of weapons. There's also a bunch of stranger missions and most of them are pretty fun, but some of them are just pure cancer. You can also regenerate your health by eating food even though you've been shot at several vital organs. The wanted system is also pretty fun and stressful because the game actually punishes you for being wanted since you will get a bounty. And the more heinous your crimes are, the higher your bounty is. The game also has a pretty cool gore and dismemberment system that you can blow someone's head off with a shotgun just because they piss you off. Zach, how do you make money in this game? Well, you can earn it by doing bounty, robbing stores, or just simply do the main mission heists because they're fun and they give you a lot of money. You can also donate your hard-earned cash at your gang's camp to buy upgrades for your camp to improve your gang's mood. And also so they won't remind you every goddamn time to go get a food. You can also customize Arthur with a variety of clothing. And clothing isn't just for looks, it actually serves a purpose. Like if you wear woolly and thick clothes during hot weather, then your course and health will drop. But some people ignore that and they just wear woolly coat in the scorching heat, so whatever. The hunting system is also pretty cool, but I hate it since every time I look for a specific animal, it just goes extinct. You can also sell the pets of the animal to earn quick money, and the bigger and rarer the animal is, the more money you will get. There's also a fishing system, but no one cares about fishing. No. The game also has an honor system which determines whether you are a good guy or an insane maniac. Now the honor system is very important in this game since you will get a good ending if you have high honor and a bad ending if you have low honor. Some dialogue will also change depending on your honor.
We just need money.
You can't keep getting away with it!
I personally never finished this game in low honor because I don't want to see Arthur get his head blown off. Okay, so I'm looking for more stuff to talk about, but there's nothing I can think of. So I think we covered almost everything in the gameplay, guys. So the part you all been waiting for, I guess. The Vandalane gang is a gang full of outlaws and thugs, with the leader known as Dutch Vandalane and the co-founder, Hosea Matthews. Together, they form a gang with a strong bond, like family. And before I continue, I would like to introduce you all to the members in the Vanderlyn gang, since some of them are important to the story. Arthur Morgan, one of the first members of the gang, and his Dutch's right-hand man, John Marston, considered Dutch's golden boy. Hosea Matthews, one of the co-founders of the gang. Susan Grimshaw, who looks after the gang.
Come with me.
Billy Williamson, he's a drunk and he likes hair pomade.
Morgan, you got any hair pomade?
Excuse me?
You know, hair pomade.
No.
Javier Escuela, a Mexican outlaw. Abigail Roberts, John Marston, wife. Jack Marston, the only child in the gang.
Slinger.
Lenny Summers, one of my favorite characters. Sean Maguire, an Irish loudmouth. Kieran Duffy, a former O'Driscoll member. The O'Driscolls are the gang's rival, by the way, whose leader is called Colm O'Driscoll. Leopold Strauss, an Austrian loan shark. Uncle, he has
Lumbago.
Mr. Pearson, the camp cook. Reverend Swanson, Reverend Charles Smith, one of the best characters. Josiah Trelawney, some random magician the gang found. Davey and Matt Callender, they both dead. Jenny Kirk, the one thing you need to know about her is that she's dead. Karen Jones, woman. Mary Beth, woman. Tilly Jackson, woman. Sadie Adler, a cold widow and a woman. And lastly, Micah Bell, the rat. And also Dutch, but you knew that already. Alright, so you know all of the characters, so let's continue the story. After a failed robbery in a large settlement called Blackwater, the Vanderlyn gang are forced to flee to the Northern Grizzlies to escape the Pinkertons. Now before we continue, I want to tell you 3 facts that you should stick to your head. 1. Micah is always wrong.
I dream too big, caring too much. That's my problem.
This is horse shit.
2. Hosea is always right. 3. Uncle has lumbago.
Rocky, stop making lumbago jokes. It's not funny. Please stop or I will commit arson.
The aftermath of the failed Blackwater robbery is that Davey Callender dies, Matt Callender and Sean Maguire are captured, John Marston got shot and a blizzard came in, so the gang are forced to find shelter. They found an old abandoned mine camp. How? Plot convenient. They settle in there to rest while Arthur and Dutch attempt to find Micah and John since they've been missing for too long.
Hey, I think I see something up the path.
Oh, I can't see a damn inch ahead. After Micah found a little homestead, we get introduced to Sadie Adler, whose husband was killed by the O'Driscolls, who are also in the area.
I don't believe it.
Well, you better believe it.
Come here, partner. Come here.
No. After Arthur beats the hell out of an O'Driscoll, we found out that the O'Driscolls are actually planning to rob a train.
Where's
The new video.
With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here.
Who belongs to Leviticus Cornwall, a rich oil man. I don't know why he's an oil man. He should be corn man. Get it? Cause it... Subscribe. After that, Dutch and the gang attacked the O'Driscoll's camp and they found information about the train robbery. And they also captured Kieran Duffy, who they planned to get info from. After the snow has died down, Dutch robbed the train, although Hosea asked Dutch not to because Leviticus Cornwall is a very serious man. And this is the first case of Hosea being right. So after that, they robbed the train anyway because Dutch is dumb and they move out to New Hanover and settled in Horseshoe Overlook, where there is a livestock town that they plan to make money from. Dutch also sent Micah and Lenny the scout.
Come on, kid. You can buy me a whiskey.
So the first mission includes you waking Uncle up and riding him and the women into town. Unfortunately, some guy named Jimmy Brooks recognized Arthur from the Blackwater robbery, so Jimmy threatened to expose Arthur. But he fell, so it doesn't matter. So this is where you get introduced to the honor system and you have 2 choices here. Save him, kill him, or do nothing, which essentially kills him, so there's 2 options here. If you save him, you get a pen worth a couple of bucks, but if you kill him, you just get a decrease in honor. For me, I just killed him because no witnesses. So remember Kieran Duffy? Yeah, me neither, but he's tied to a tree and he told us that Colm O'Driscoll is held up in 6 Point Cabin. So Arthur, Bill, and John are sent to go kill Colm, but Colm isn't there because he got out early. So Arthur threatens Kieran and says that he set us up. But then Kieran tells the greatest defense ever.
You alright?
what? You set us up.
No, I didn't.
You did. Colm O'Driscoll ain't here.
He was here, I swear. I mean, if I was setting you up, I wouldn't have saved your life.
Alright, that's enough Breaking Bad memes. For now. So after that, Arthur gets into a bar fight and Dutch found Josiah Trelawney, who has been gone from the gang because of his visit in New York. Josiah informs them of Sean McGuire's current whereabouts since he's captured prior to the Blackwater robbery. Sean is being held by Ike Skelding's men. Who is Ike Skelding? I don't know. But anyway, they rescue him and they move on. So anyways, Leopold Strauss has a couple of people that he lended money to and sends Arthur to collect the debts from these individuals until one of them retaliates by spit. After that, Lenny informs Dutch that Micah is captured by the law and is going to hang.
Here's open.
Dutch insists that Arthur rescues Micah even though Micah is an oily turd. Arthur unfortunately agrees and saves Micah. But before that, Lenny and Arthur getting lit up. Also, there's something really weird in this room.
So, look what I got early from Rockstar Games themselves.
So after that, Abigail wants Arthur to go out with little Jackie boy since he's been bored to death by the past couple of weeks. So Arthur takes Jack out and they go fishing until two Pinkertons show up and ruin the fun.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan. It's $5,000 for your head alone.
Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in
Many miles we walk.
Arthur informs Dutch that the Pinkertons know that they are in the area. Anyways, John tells Arthur that he's going to rob a train, and after that, John invites Arthur to a job to herd sheep until Leviticus Cornball shows up because of the train Dutch robbed. So they start a massive shootout in Valentine and they are forced to move out Horseshoe Overlook and camp out in Lemoyne.
Dewberry Creek, he said. Okay. Maybe you and Charles can go take a look, clear off anyone you find before the whole lot of us move in looking so conspicuous. And how are we gonna do that? I don't know. Start dancing. Miss Grimshaw! Mr. Pearson! Put everyone to work! Make this place a home! Well, I don't know where the hell we are, but we are going to make the best of it.
The gang are currently held up in the South, which is weird considering that Dutch hates Southerners since they killed his dad in the Civil War. This shows that Dutch is slowly going insane and ignoring his principles. So Dutch, Hosea, and Arthur decided to go fishing until they found out that Trelawney's under arrest for gold mine scamming or something, I don't know. So they helped the lawmen to get Trelawney back, and they found out there are two big families in Scarlet Meadows called the Greys and the Braithwaite. Which of them are better? None, because they both suck. So Dutch believes that these two families have gold and he's planning to rob both of them. How? I don't know, it's Dutch's plan, you know, yeah, if it's Dutch's plan. After that, Dutch sends Arthur to find more about the Greys, and Arthur meets Beau Grey, who has a secret affair with the Braithwaite woman called Penelope Braithwaite. So Arthur is secretly helping them out. So after doing a couple of jobs for the Greys and the Braithwaites, like for instance, burning their farms, blowing up their moonshine still, and stealing the horses, I wanna die. Bill, Karen, and Lenny invites Arthur to rob the bank in Valentine. Now this is one of my most favorite missions in the game because not only is it fun, but it also gives you fat stacks. Oh, I left my gun at home. Whatever, I just beat you with a knife. Oh man, just because I don't have a gun doesn't mean you have to be slow. Oh, that was an accident, I'm sorry. So after that, Dutch finds out that Trelawney is captured by bounty hunters and Arthur and Charles were sent to rescue him. Pearson ran into a couple of O'Driscolls and the O'Driscolls suggested a parlay to end things between Dutch and Como Driscoll like gentlemen. Now obviously this is a trap because they have been rivals for years, so no way this will work. Like even Hosea says it. But Micah manipulates Dutch into doing it anyways because Micah is gay and Dutch is dumb, so anyway. So during the parlay, Arthur gets kidnapped by Como Driscoll to lure in Dutch and hand him over to the law.
Angry Dutch in to rescue you. Grab all of you and hand you in. Then disappear.
So basically this is a trap, and if Arthur doesn't get out, then the gang is
medium rare steak.
But fortunately Arthur gets out, but he's injured badly due to a shotgun blast on his shoulder. So Arthur arrives at camp and he is badly injured, so he rests for a couple of months, and then we see Arthur fully recovered. And also you need to shave him because his hair grows out a lot. So Bill, Mark, and Sean at Rose to do meeting with the Greys until Sean gets capped and the whole town gets shot to hell because the Greys knew that the Vanderlyn gang was a bad apple from the start. Wait, do you think that's it? No. After that, little Jack gets kidnapped by the Braithwaite because the Braithwaites knew that the gang was a bad apple too. And also, the Braithwaites handed Jack to Angelo Bronte, an Italian mob boss in Saint Denis. Oh, you think that's all? No, after that, the Pinkertons find the camp as well because so far they shot a town to hell, they burned down the Braithwaite mansion, and so yeah, I think the Pinkertons should know where you at right now. So Agent Milton gives the gang a deal for them to run off and disappear, or else he will come back with 50 men. Yeah, 50 agents.
Plural, bitch!
So the gang are forced to flee to Shady Belle, an old plantation house deep into the woods surrounded by alligators and poisonous plants, so you can trap your poison knives.
I knew you'd come soon enough.
Welcome home, all of you, to my humble abode. We got fine living. Ignore the corpses and the alligators. It's paradise.
The first thing you do in this chapter is immediately look for Jack, or otherwise Abigail is gonna remind you every second to get her son back.
Ain't no better neither. A gang is supposed strong, man. You can't protect one boy.
So Dutch sends Arthur to look in the saloons and slums, and eventually found that the children of Saint Denis know where Angelo Bronte is, but grown-up adults don't. What? So Arthur pays the children to lead him to Angelo Bronte, but Arthur gets robbed by the children. I hate kids.
Bronte?
At home?
Where?
After threatening the child to give me back my money, Dutch, Arthur, and John both go into Bronte's mansion to negotiate with him into bringing Jack back. This part is important because Bronte sees right through Dutch's lies and manipulation, but he plays along with it to make Dutch think he has the upper hand. But in reality, Bronte actually has the upper hand.
Walking to my city, stinking of shit and looking like this. You ask me to show compassion. Have I not shown you almost infinite compassion already by simply allowing you to breathe in my presence?
We are simple country folk. All we have is each other. And you have gone and you have took his son over some dispute with some inbred ex-slavers. It ain't got nothing to do with any one of us.
You had nothing to do with destroying the liquor business!
We was innocent bystanders.
You twist words, you lie shamelessly. You think you are better than everyone else. Teodoro.
Yeah, Dutch is dumb as hell. Bronte does give Jack back though after Arthur and John complete a job for him, and just like that, Jack is back. Also, Jack ate spaghetti.
Have you ever had spaghetti?
What's that?
Super Mario in real life. Spaghetti!
After getting Jack back, the gang can finally move on into making money instead of saving children. So Bronte invites Dutch into a party at the mayor's house. So Dutch has the idea to go to the party and find out places to rob in Saint Denis. So after the party, the gang finds 3 possible money makers: a high-stake poker ferry, the Saint Denis bank, and a trolley station. The trolley station idea was given by Bronte, so you know it's gonna go wrong. Also, in the middle of all that, Arthur meets with Rainsfall, an Indian chief, and his son Eagle flies. Rainsfall demands help from Arthur, but Arthur refuses. But once Rainsfall said handsomely paid,
I'm a working man. I got problems of my own.
We will pay you very handsomely, Mr. Morgan.
Okay.
and also remember Kieran Duffy? Yeah, his head was chopped off by Colm and the O'Driscoll attacked the gang. So the gang robs the ferry, which went well considering that ferries are the one that got them in his mess in the first place. Second, they robbed the trolley, which didn't end well considering it was a setup, and they got $15 each and a quarter.
Don't forget the quarter.
So after Bronte betrayed Dutch, Dutch is full of anger and wants to get revenge on Bronte, even though Hosea said no. And also, this is the last case of Hosea being right. But Dutch ignores Hosea anyways because he sucks and goes after Bronte.
Oh, you're right. You are so right. They are good at smelling filth, huh? So filth has got to be disposed of. Our friends the Pinkertons are gonna come and rescue you, you repulsive little maggot. Call them now. You call them.
Now Dutch has made even more trouble by killing Bronte, so after that he robs the biggest bank in the state. And I'll let you guys guess, did it go wrong or did it go right? And the answer is neither of them, because it went to hell. Not only Hosea was killed and there were hundreds of Pinkertons in Saint Denis, but Lenny died and John got captured. Thank you, Dutch. So they hid in a little room and the whole town is on lockdown, so there's no way out. But Dutch comes up with a brilliant idea to sneak onto a boat and slip away until the storm came in and they almost died. After the storm raped the boat, the gang ended up stranded in the island of Guarma, where, don't ask me, it is a sugar plantation island owned by Alberto Fusa and many of his soldiers. So Arthur finds the rest of the gang in Guarma, but the Guarma soldiers unfortunately found them and captured them, although they did come up with fake names.
Aiden O'Malley.
Hey, why in God's name? Why?
If the soldiers found out who they really are, they will send word to the US, so they have to get out of there. They eventually met Hercule, a Haitian trying to save his men and the gang. Unfortunately, Javier gets shot and is captured by Fusar and is being held at a sugar factory. Hercule promises to help them escape if they help him free his men from Alberto Fusar. So after saving Javier and helping Hercule, they accidentally got caught up in a war between Hercule's men and Fusar's men. I mean, there's even a freaking warship, so they have to fight their way out of there. The captain of the boat is being held hostage, so they save him. But even if they do escape, Fusar's just gonna blow the boat up when they sail. So their current objective now is to kill Fusar so they can escape safely. After killing Fusar, the gang heads back to the mainland and Arthur is sent to check on Shady Belle to see if they're still up there.
He did stood shaken.
Obviously they aren't, because they just robbed the biggest bank in the state. But Arthur finds the letter and he finds out that they are held up in Lakay, a small village in a swamp. So Arthur goes there and so does Dutch, Bill and Micah. But not even a couple of days in the camp, Pinkertons have already showed up to attack them. How? Well, of course, it's Micah, the big fat rat. Fortunately, they survive and they move out to Roanoke Ridge at Beaver's Hollow.
Oh, Dutch! Did you miss me?
I found her drunk in Saint Denis.
You're back. How jolly, Miss O'Shea.
It's funny, you sack of shit.
Back
Who are
and
you?
drunk.
The Master, the Lord
Molly,
God Almighty.
calm down.
I won't be ignored. Dutch Vanderlyn, I am him. I ain't her. Or any of your stooges.
Calm
You
yourself.
don't owe me nothing.
Miss.
I don't owe you nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
I'll spit in your eye. I did. I told them.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I told them and I tell them again. Now I've got God's ear.
You told who what?
Mr. Milton and Mr. Ross about the bank robbery, and I wanted them to kill you.
You did what?
I loved you, you goddamn bastard! Go on, shoot me!
She ain't worth it. You told on me.
Oh, you're
You
not so
betrayed
big now,
me.
are you?
What? Calm down. Arthur? She's a fool. Get her out of here. You know the rules.
You're not so big now. Are we, Your Majesty?
You...
She knew the rules, Arthur. What the hell is wrong with you? Quit your lollygagging. Get back to work.
Here we are, chapter 6, the last chapter for Arthur. While cruising along Saint Denis, Arthur suddenly collapses into the ground, coughing uncontrollably. Someone assists him into the doctor's office and we found out that Arthur is diagnosed with tuberculosis, retrieved from Thomas Downs.
What is it?
It's not good news.
I guess that.
You got tuberculosis. Really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
Now, TB today is pretty curable, but back in the Wild West days, TB was 100% fatal, so Arthur is going to die sometime soon. TB might have doomed his body, but saved his soul, since for the first time, he sees things clearly. In his last moments, he decides to help the gang and help as many people as possible. So John is currently held up in Sisika Penitentiary and is working on a chain gang. Dutch does not want to rescue him because he says it's not the time. When in reality, Dutch wants him to hang because John keeps questioning Dutch for his moronic actions.
What are you gonna do about John, Dutch?
John,
He's in jail.
we'll get him. Abigail, just not yet.
There's talk of hanging him.
It's not gonna come to that.
So Sadie and Arthur sneak behind Dutch's back and rescue him.
And when Spring and John brings the law down on all of us, what then, Arthur?
Well, I guess we'll have another fight on our hands.
Loyalty, Arthur. It ain't. I had a goddamn...
So remember Eagle Flies? He comes to the camp for help because the US Army has taken away his tribe's horses. Now let me list all the enemies that Dutch currently has. The O'Driscolls, the Pinkertons, the Bounty Hunters, and the Law. So adding the army on the list might as well save us, right Dutch? Right? Dutch gets involved in this and his tensions are far from, oh yeah son, you're a warrior, I will help you in any way I can. It's more like I'm gonna use him for my personal gain. So apparently Combe is captured by the law and is going to hang in Saint Denis. So Dutch, Sadie and Arthur are going to make sure he hangs and wrecks his escape plan. So at least one more problem of the list. So Arthur meets with Micah and Dutch in Annesburg to make a social call with Leviticus Cornwall. Dutch puts it as, oh Arthur, we're just going to make a social call. It's just a little fun, little messing around, little trolling, when it's actually about an event. Now we have more heat from Cornwall being dead, but Micah collecting some info or something, and it's about trains and stuff, and of course it's trains, it's always a goddamn train. So Dutch is planning to rob said train because Dutch loves money, and also Dutch is planning to go to New York now instead of Tahiti, which is pretty gay. And also Dutch wants to create smoke and noise, so he wants to blow up a whole dang bridge to make it look like the Indians did it, to make the government put more focus on the Indians rather than the gang. While blowing up the bridge up with John, we see Arthur telling John to run and don't look back, meaning run away from the outlaw life and live a normal, happy life with his family.
I feel like you should take your woman and child and get lost.
Do you?
You could give something to Jack. It's that or... Well, I don't see no way out of this.
But what about loyalty?
Be loyal to what matters.
What are you gonna do?
I'll be okay, but do it for me. It would make me feel good, if that makes any sense.
A little, but...
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over. Well, I guess old Dutch got all the smoke he wants.
Tell the truth, I ain't even sure I fully understand Dutch's plan with all this.
Like I said, John, when the time comes, you go.
What about loyalty to everything?
You've been loyal. I've been loyal. Look what that cost. You know, all that ever mattered to me was loyalty. It was all I knew. It's all I ever believed in. Well, not anymore, John. Soon, you gotta go. Go. Don't look back.
I'll think about it.
I've done a lot of thinking. Look at us. Out here risking our necks, and for what exactly? For an idea that don't work no more.
How you mean?
You know just what I mean. You got a family. You need cash. You need to start building a life for yourself. Me? I need a vacation. And Dutch has all the money for safekeeping.
You know something? Abigail thinks she might know where some of that money is.
Well, you tell her she better make sure. And then come talk to me. And we'll find out just who and what we should be loyal to.
I don't know, Arthur.
Nor do I. But I'm seeing things a lot more clearly now. I wish things were different. But it weren't us who changed.
After that, Dutch and Eaglefly plan to talk and reason to the army, and by talking and reasoning I mean blowing up dynamite near them and threatening them with guns. Now obviously they fought back and Eagleflies got captured and is being held at Fort Wallace. Meanwhile, Dutch and Arthur are running for their lives and Dutch finally comes up with a good plan.
There. This is it.
Well, Arthur...
Put your hands up! I said put your damn hands up!
Okay. Okay. Follow my lead. I got a plan. This is a good one. You can't fight nature, Captain. You can't fight change. You can't fight gravity.
Now Eagleflies is being tortured in Fort Wallace, so Arthur and Charles sneak their way in the fort and rescue him. Now after that, Eagleflies and his men are furious at the army, so they invite the gang to assist them to attack the oil fields. Now Rainsfall comes in and explains to his son that attacking the fields will only make things worse since the army are much stronger than his men. But Eagleflies ignores his father and goes anyway. Eagleflies demands help from Arthur to protect them in the battle, and the gang and the Indians together attack the fields. After the fight, many of Eaglefly's men are dead and Dutch finds bonds that are worth a lot. But after that, Dutch probably does the worst thing he's done ever in the whole game. And if you don't hate Dutch yet for some apparent reason, then this clip will make you hate him. And if it don't, I don't know how.
We got one! A white one! Dad? I need help! I need help!
We need to go.
You ran away.
Oh, I did no such thing. Don't be a fool. They could be back here any minute.
He leaves Arthur for dead and Eaglefly sacrificed himself. Not only he left Arthur, but he got Eagleflies killed. This shows that Dutch doesn't give two turds about Arthur anymore. He's so consumed by his own ego and greed. After that, Charles helped the Indians move out their camp and Arthur heads back to the gang. So after that, Dutch robs the train that he's been dreaming about and half of the gang left because who wouldn't at this point? It went pretty well until John got shot and the gang goes back to rescue him, but they legit just left John to die.
Where's John?
I tried.
And the Oscar goes to...
Tahiti Lover 15. So first he left Arthur to die and then John to die. Man, on their return back to the camp, Dilly comes with Jack and informs them that the Pinkertons raided the whole area and took Abigail. And Micah manipulates Dutch into not rescuing her and the whole dang gang just leaves her to die again. Like, bro, how many times are you gonna leave people to die? So Arthur and Sadie rescue her and we found out one of the most expected yet shocking reveal in the game.
Down, Mr. Morgan. That's quite a cough.
Sure. Tuberculosis. I'll be dead soon. And you with me, Mr. Milton.
You'll be dead, sure. But I'm gonna be just fine. We offered you a deal, Mr. Morgan. You should have taken it.
I'm a fool, Mr. Milton.
Not all you boys have quite so many scruples. Old Micah Bell.
Micah? You mean Molly?
Molly O'Shea? Sweated her a couple of times, never talked a word, had to let her go. Micah Bell. We picked him up when you boys came back from the Caribbean, and he's been a good boy ever since.
Okay. Okay.
Michael read it to the Pinkertons. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? It wasn't Molly. It was Micah. So Arthur tells Sadie to escort Abigail to Chag and Tilly while Arthur has the last ride of his life.
The many miles we walk, the many things we learn.
Get them bags packed up quick, Miss Grimshaw. Come on, all of you.
Well, we're doing our best.
Hurry. We ain't got long. Hurry.
We just got plenty of time, Micah. We all need to have a little chat.
Black Lung, you're back. Hooray.
I just saw Agent Milton, Dutch. Abigail shot him. She's okay. Not that you care too much about that. You rats. All of you. Seems old Micah was pretty close with Milton.
What the hell are you talking about, cowpoke?
You talked.
That's a goddamn lie.
Dutch.
Dutch, think of the future.
Milton told me.
And you believe him, Black Lung? You believe him?
It all makes sense now.
No, it damn well doesn't.
Dutch, think.
Dutch, be practical now.
Dutch!
John?
You left me! You left me to die! My boy, I didn't have a choice. John, I didn't have a choice. Left me!
All of you, you pick your side now because this is over. All them years, Dutch, for this snake.
Oh, be quiet, cowpoke. Be quiet. You live in the clouds.
No, you be quiet, Mr. Bell, and put down your gun.
There's Pinkertons coming, fast!
Now! Who amongst you is with me? And who is betraying me?
Well, I'll be here.
Think for yourself.
He's lying. He's lying!
Put your guns down! God damn it! Move!
You ready, John?
An epic showdown begins between Arthur and John, the Pinkertons and the Rat. While Arthur and John were running for their lives, Arthur sacrificed himself for John and his family's future.
All right, Arthur, come on, let's go.
You go.
Keep pushing, Arthur.
No. No. I think I've pushed all I can.
Come on.
You go.
We ain't got time for this, not now.
We ain't both gonna make it. Go. Now. I'll hold them off. It would mean a lot to me. Please. Ain't no more time for talk. Go.
Arthur.
Go to your family.
Arthur!
Get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man.
You're my brother.
I know. I know. God damn you bastards!
Arthur is half dead and is still fighting like a warrior.
I got you now, Black Lung!
Rat! You rat!
I'm a survivor, Black Lung! A survivor! That's all there is! Living and dying!
It is over. Now, Arthur. It's over.
Oh, Dutch. He's a rat. You know it, and I know it.
He's sick. He's dying. He's talking crazy.
Up there on the ridge!
I gave you all I had. I did.
Come on. Dutch. Let's go, buddy. We made it. We won. Come on.
John made it. He's the only one. The rest of us... No. But I tried. In the end, I did.
Come on. Let's go. We can make it. Come on, Dutch. Come on! Ah!
Years after the events of Chapter 6, we see John, Abigail, and Jack finding a new place to live since he killed the guy in Roanoke Ridge in self-defense. And little Jack ain't so little no more, he a big boy now. So John goes to Strawberry and finds work. Abigail is working the doctor's office while John is a ranch hand at Davis Geddes Ranch. John uses fake names to hide from the past so Geddes will accept them as ranch hands.
Jim Milton.
But one of the workers knew that John was a former outlaw but still gave John a second chance. So the ranch keeps getting harassed by the Laramie gang, who is their neighbor, and John encounters them while at the ranch. After Abigail's done working, she comes to the ranch and they live in a small cabin in the ranch. So John spends the rest of his days working at the ranch until Mr. Abel, the Laramie's gang leader, harasses one of the ranch hands, so John comes in and intervenes, or should I say beat his. And Abigail gets mad at John for fighting him because she's scared that John will get dragged back into his old life guy. But what was he going to do? Let the guy bully him? So anyways, after that, John and Jack pick up a parcel for Abigail because Abigail ordered a shirt for him and as a surprise and stuff. But the problem is Abigail used John's real name for the parcel, and one of the people in the post office clearly heard that Johnny Marston is still out there.
Maybe try Marston. John Marston. It's a long story.
Okay, John Marston.
Rip Van Winkle.
So a group of people start following John and Jack, so John gets suspicious until he stopped the wagon and confronted them.
You boys want with us?
Oh, we just want to have a friendly chat. Are you John Marston? You sure look like him.
No, I'm Rip Van Winkle. John was forced to kill them, and now Jack is scared, so he tries to calm him down.
I knew you was soft. You going for Father of the Year?
A couple of days later, while they were sleeping, a loud gunshot from the ranch was heard by John, so he locks the door in the cabin and goes to see what's happening. Turns out the Laramie boys had burned the barn, stole the cattle, and killed one of the ranch hands. While helping some of the workers, David Geddes orders John to grab his guns to attack the Laramie gang's hideout. John Marston, rise again. After getting home, Abigail is mad at him, but what's he gonna do? Just stand back and get fired? A few days later, John comes back to his cabin and finds a letter, and it turns out Abigail left John and took the kids because of how he was behaving the last few days. John tries to find a way to get his wife back, and remember that Abigail wanted to live on a land called Beecher's Hope, so John tries to work hard to buy that land for her. While working, John gets a telegram from Sadie Adler and inviting him to do bounties to get money, and if John wants to buy that ranch, he has to get some money. So John leaves the ranch and goes to the bank to get a loan to buy the ranch. While leaving the bank, he meets up with the man himself, Uncle. So John takes him to see his ranch. As John tries to send Uncle back his way, Uncle decides to stick with him, which is a pretty good decision if you ask me.
What do you think?
Why exactly did you buy this dump? What are we going to farm here? Rocks? You don't have a hope here without a wise hand at the tiller.
Enough of that. Get out of here. On your way.
No, you're stuck with me. Thinks I'm stuck with you. John, the Rock.
After that, John meets up with Sadie and Valentine, and they capture a bounty to pay off John's debts and loans for the ranch. Sadie also has the lead on where Micah Bell's current whereabouts are, but let's save that for later. Uncle, being a lazy old bastard that he is, doesn't work in John's ranch, so John decides to kick Uncle in the lower back. Like, bro, chill, John, here's Lomego. And Uncle remembers that he heard someone that sounds like Charles and Saint Denis, so they go there and they found him, and they found out Charles is throwing up fights for money. You can bet on Charles or bet against Charles in his upcoming fight, but always bet on him because he's Charles.
Pretend he's Micah.
This is not Micah.
So after Charles decapitates that guy, John invites him to his ranch until they make Guido's Martelli's man. Guido Martelli used to work for Angelo Bronte, so you can say that this is Angelo Bronte 2.0. John and Charles get in a shootout, but thankfully they escape. After they get home, Uncle roasts the hell out of John and asks him to get a new house on his ranch.
It's good to have the old gang back together again.
Let's just hope things don't turn out like last time.
There he goes. What'd I tell you, Charles? Boy is as sour as weak old milk. No wonder she didn't stay with you. Not even a retired $2 whore would stay with you. That's the goddamn truth. Now, you used to be decent company, but now you're worse than a snake with a toothache. All he does is whine. Excuse me? Don't get all angry. It ain't gonna change nothing. You're hopeless. I mean that literally. You got no hope. But look at you. Look at this place. Your dream home. I've had better nightmares than this dream. Darling Abigail, I've changed. Come live with me in an outhouse. I wouldn't ask my worst enemy to take a shit in. It's awful. It's a dump. House. It's gotta go. Get some self-respect, you miserable sack of shit. Build a house a lady'd set foot in.
This just needs a woman's touch.
It needs leveling.
So John buys a house using bank loans, so while waiting for the wood and supplies to come, he comes to Sadie to do a bounty to pay off his loans. After that, John, Charles, and a couple of gunmen Charles hired go into tall trees to collect the supplies or lumber stuff to get wood.
Willard Wayne?
Okay.
This is my associate, Jim Milton.
Okay.
He heard you was the best smith around. He needs some tools. He's building a ranch house up at Beecher's Hope.
Beecher's Hope, okay.
Now the reason Charles hired 2 gunmen is because Tall Trees is the home of the Skinny Brothers, who are basically psychopaths. After getting the supplies and tools, they get ambushed by the Skinny Brothers and they killed one of the gunmen. They return home and start building John's new house. Now a few minutes ago, you're probably depressed and sad because Arthur died. Well, if you're still sad, this mission will lighten up your mood instantly. After a couple of days, months, years, the house is finally finished, but it still lacks furniture, but we'll save that for later. Right now, John is writing a letter to Abigail telling her to come back. After that, John catches Uncle sleeping like he normally does for like 90% of the game, but hey, he has lumbago, give him a pass or something. They plan to farm sheep, but they need a barn for that, so John buys a pre-cut barn from the same guy he bought the house from.
Barn will take 3 of us 6 months to build.
Oh, you don't build a barn, dumbass. What do you think this is, 1785? You dumbass!
In the middle of all that, he bumps into Sadie and John asks for a job since his debts are climbing, so John and Sadie capture some Mexicano. John returns home and sees that the barn is finished, so Uncle Charles and John celebrates by drinking 100 gallons of opium. While they were passed out drunk, Uncle gets captured by the Skinny Brothers. Now John and Charles know that this is a trap, so they have to be really careful while rescuing him. They eventually find him and they burn his whole dang back. I mean, like, I don't know why every injury Uncle has is in a bag. Like, I mean, that's why he has lumbago, I guess. Luckily, he could heal in a couple of days, so that's good. So after a couple of days of hard work at the ranch, John sees 3 mysterious figures coming to the ranch. 1 woman-like creature, 1 child, and dog. I wonder who is John's family is. Oh, and also, they got a new dog, and his name is Rufus. And if you inspect him, the description says Rufus is a good boy. Well said. But after that, Sadie drops by and informs that he's got a new job and also a new lead of Micah Bell. Abigail discourages John to kill Micah but allows him to do bounty since it's legal and it's pay off the debt.
We took on a lot of debt when we bought this place.
And you're working for her to pay it off?
Yes, sometimes I was.
But I thought we said no more of that.
No, you said that. What else am I gonna do? I'm a goddamn man.
But then John nearly gets his guts eaten by a giant bear. After that, John invites Jack to fish, just like Arthur did. While fishing, Rufus gets bit by a snake and John has to suck out the venom, which you should never do in real life, by the way, because it's bad, but this is a video game, so whatever.
Are you sucking? Well, spit it out!
Rufus will be fine though. After that, one of David Getty's boys sent him some old furniture he had in his attic, and John and Abigail go out into town to have some fun and stuff. And John proposes to Abigail because they never married officially, and John uses a ring that Arthur gave to John. That's cool. After that, Sadie comes to John and tells him that he found Micah Bell and invites John to kill him. Abigail insists that John doesn't go, but John implores that he go in the name of Arthur. Also, Arthur wouldn't want this since he told John to never look back. And Arthur wasn't a big fan of revenge. You may be thinking, Abigail's a why won't he let John kill that rat Micah? Well, in this case, Abigail was right, and John should have never went after Micah since it will lead to a series of setbacks. But whatever, let's kill this bastard. So they go to Strawberry where one of Micah's men, Cleet, is there, so they will interrogate him and stuff. We found out that Micah and his gang is hiding in Mount Hagen, so John, Sadie, and Charles pay him a little visit. While running up the mountain, Charles gets shot by a sniper in the cliffs, so they immediately take cover. But don't worry, Charles ain't dead yet. Charles stay back to rest while John and Sadie rush up, killing anyone in their path until John and Sadie gets jumped.
You all right?
Just fine.
You don't look too fine.
Come on.
You're bleeding pretty bad.
Ain't nothing.
You should sit down.
I'm fine.
You're dying.
I'll be fine.
Just sit. It's okay.
I ain't dying. I ain't.
I hope not.
I ain't dying. Just go get him. I'll be fine. I just need to rest.
Okay. Charles, stay with her.
Charles, you worry about yourself. I'll be up
Look
there
who it is.
in a minute.
Ain't you got a habit of just showing up?
But I got something to take care of, sure.
Just you left, is it?
Yeah. Just me.
In order to complete this mission properly, you have to wear Arthur's hat no matter what, and at this point, John isn't Jim Milton. He's John Marston now.
Hello, Scarface. Did you miss me?
Not much.
Been a few years. How's that, whore of yours?
She's good. Didn't reckon I should waste my time killing you. But I felt different.
So it seems. Well, maybe after all this is over, I'll go pay her a call. And the boy.
Whatever you say.
I got more men coming, John! You should run! It's just here! Come take a look!
Come on now, Micah. At least die like a man.
Hellfire. It's just like old times.
Come on. You turn around and start walking.
You got me! Just like old times. All manner of folk paying social calls.
Hello, son. Mrs. Adler. It's been quite a while.
Now, John. Now, what were you saying?
What are you doing here, Dutch? Same as you, I suppose.
Dutch and I are teaming up once more. We got money. We got dreams. Join us, John. Join us.
Let her go.
Now, I can't do that, John.
Dutch. Dutch, come on now. You shot at me, son. You started. You betrayed me. I could say the same as you. I was trying to do my best. You just cared for yourself. I think differently.
Join us. Join us, John.
Let her go! She ain't well.
I don't want to kill you, John.
Arthur saved my life. More than once.
Arthur's been dead a long time. This is a new century.
Dutch. Dutch. We all did our best for you. Ain't our fault. Things turned out the way they did. Dutch, killing me won't solve nothing.
Put down your gun, Marston.
Say something, Dutch. Say something. I ain't got too much to say no more.
You shot me. You shot me pretty good.
Thank you.
There's money. Lots of money. In the cabin, it's black water.
I'll go see.
Hurry up! I got a wedding I want to go to.
Jack, Uncle, come out here!
It's over, Abigail. It's all over.
Well, what a heartwarming ending. Mike is dead, John's debts are paid off, Charles and Sadie gonna live their lives peacefully. What could possibly go wrong? Well, that was one hell of a roller coaster, and that's why I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece. And I might do another one on the first Red Dead, but I'll need a lot of motivation and positive feedback from this video to fill my ego up. This was possibly one of the most hardest video I've made, and it was a lot harder than I anticipated. I hope to keep making content like this because I'm somewhat passionate about it, and it just feels good to release a video like this after like a 1 month. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a big fat thumbs up and click that red thing, subscribe thing. And if you dislike this video and you hate me, then leave a big fat thumbs down and leave a big fat 8. Share this video with your husband or wife or your granddad or something. And with all that being said, goodbye, I guess.